Hi there, and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we'll be learning sine and cosine rules, okay? And under cosine and cosine rules, we'll be learning about the cosine rule. So the last time we learned about the sine rule, this time we're going to be learning about the cosine rule. Now, as the lesson progresses, anything comes up as unclear, be sure to contact your tutor, who would be more than happy to help. And yes, let's jump right into the lesson. So the cosine rule. Now, what exactly is the cosine rule? What basically does the cosine rule involve? We have this triangle. Okay, so we learned the sine and cosine rule, basically applying trigonometry to solving non-right angle triangles, so just your regular triangles. And then basically we talked about the sine. The sine rule. We apply the sine rule when we have a pair of sides and angles. Okay, so we have two pairs of sides and angles. So maybe you could possibly have angle A and side A and angle B, and then you're asked to find side B, or just any of the four. But basically, you need to know two pairs of sides and angles. But for the cosine rule is actually quite different, okay? And basically, looking at the triangle we have at the moment, what we have is we have three sides involved with just one angle, okay? And what it is if you're given two sides, okay, of a triangle, and the angle between those two sides, and you're looking to find the final side. Okay, so obviously the opposite side to the angle, you apply the cosine rule. Okay, so if you have a situation like this, you have B and you have A, and you have angle C between them, and you're looking to find side C, shown with a small c there, you apply the cosine rule. So the cosine rule is an established relationship between three sides of a triangle and an angle in the triangle. Okay, and that relationship is that if you have two sides, two bounding sides, and an angle between them, and you're looking to find the final side, okay, you apply the cosine rule. And what exactly is the cosine rule? So it looks lengthy, okay, but then it's actually really simple. So the first part is you have c squared equals the square of a, the square of b, minus 2ab cos c. Okay, so basically if you remember that you have c squared equals the sum of the squares of the other two sides, you basically got in the first part right. Okay, minus the product of the two sides times 2 times cos c. Okay, so just split the formula into two. Okay, start off with c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c. That's the second part. So a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cos c. And if you can keep that in mind, basically you'd always be able to remember the cosine rule. And we use this, so if you're given a situation like this where you have two bounding sides and an angle between them, you're looking to find the third side, you basically square the two sides and then subtract 2 times their product times the cosine of the angle between them. And you should end up with the square of the final side, and then you just find the square root of that result to give you your answer. And that's pretty much it. Basically, for the cosine rule, we'll just go ahead and solve some examples. We start off with example 1. And we have using the cosine rule, find the value of the lettered side in the triangle below. Okay, so we have this, and then we have the bounding sides. We have 9 on one side, 6.5 on the other side, and the angle between them is 118 degrees. And we're looking to find the opposite side labeled S in this case. We'll just go ahead and do this. So we have a triangle like this, and we're obviously going to make use of the cosine rule. And what we have is going to have that s squared equals the square of 9 plus the square of 6, okay, minus 2 times 9 times 6 times cos 118. And basically what we have is we have s squared equals 81 plus 36 minus 108 cos 118. Okay, and when you work that out, you have 81 plus 36 is 117. 108 cos 118 would actually give you a negative value. So you have minus 50.7. So you have minus 50.7, and that the minus becomes plus. So you have that s squared equals 117 plus 50.7. S squared equals 167.7. And you have that s equals root 167. So you find the square root of 167 to find s. And finally, you have that s equals 12.95 centimeters. Simple, straightforward. Let's do another example 2. Example 2, and we looking to find f. Okay, we have 42 degrees in the triangle, and we have 7. The bounding sides are 7 and 10. So it could be any angle in the triangle. Okay, but you just need to think about it. The two sides, they should be bounding, they should bound the angle. Okay, so the two bounding sides and an angle between them, and basically we have that. In this case we have 10 and 7 and the angle 42 degrees between them, and we're looking to find the third side, which is opposite our angle. So when we have a situation like this, we're just going to go ahead and apply the cosine rule. Okay, and we have that f squared would equal the square of 10 plus the square of 7 minus 2 times the product of 10 cos 42. Okay, and you work that out, and you have 140 cos 42. It gives you 50.02, and when you subtract that, you have that f squared equals 96.98. You find the root of that, and you should have your final answer as 9.85 centimeters. Simple, straightforward. Now let's do another example. Now we're looking to find the angle. So we have using the cosine rule, find the value of the lettered angle in the triangle below. So we have theta, and theta is bounded by these sides. Okay, so we have the two bounding angle, the two bounding sides. We have 8 and 7 centimeters, and we have our third side 12 centimeters. So basically, from the cosine rule, we have that 12 centimeters equals, oh no, not 6, we have not 8, we have 6 centimeters. So we have 12 squared equals 6 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 6 times 7 cos theta. So we have 144 equals 36 plus 49. The square of 6 is 36, square of 7 is 49, minus 2 times 6 times 7 is 84. So we have 84 cos theta. And then we have basically just moved the values around. We have 84 cos theta over to the left, 144 over to the right. And we have 84 cos theta equals 36 plus 49 minus 144. And then we work that out on the right, and we end up with minus 59. Then we have cos theta, we divide both sides by 84. We have cos theta equals minus 59 divided by 84. And we have that when you work that, you have cos theta equals minus 0.7024. And to find your theta, you just find the cos inverse of that, and you should end up with 134.62 degrees. Now, yeah, so our answer is 134.62 degrees. Now, before we go, something very important you need to take note of. Now, you can see the code using the cosine rule, we're actually able to get obtuse angle, okay, right from the question. We didn't have to do 180 minus our answer like we had to do for the sine rule in the previous lesson. And the reason for this is the code for cosine, the cosine of an angle and its corresponding reflex angle is corresponding 180 minus are very different, because one is positive and one is negative. And using the cosine rule, your calculator will always give you the correct direct answer. What am I saying? If you're ever in a situation where you're looking to find an angle, and you could possibly apply the sine rule as well as the cosine rule. For example, if you were given one of the angles in this question, one of the other angles in this question, you probably would have been able to apply the sine rule. And if you have a situation like that where you can apply the sine rule, you can apply the cosine rule, and you're looking to solve for a reflex angle, best to use the cosine rule. Okay, because the cosine rule would give you your answer directly. The sine rule may give you the acute version of your angle, and then you will have to realize that and then work 180 minus that answer. But the cosine rule will always give you the answer directly. It will always give you the answer as it is. So yeah, that would bring us to the end of this very simple, very interesting lesson. You can go ahead now and attempt questions in the worksheet. Bye for now.